So what is an assurance or audit CPA? So if you are a CPA, certified public accountant, then you generally, there are exceptions to this, but generally fall into either the tax side, which everybody knows about, or into the audit side or assurance side. An audit CPA is somebody who audits financial statements for an organization. The reason why they do this is that they want to increase the trust and confidence that people have in the accuracy of those financial statements. So you often see this with publicly traded companies, with nonprofits, with other organizations that have a need or a reason to submit certified financials. It is an exercise that organizations go through so that they can say to the public, we have had a group of professionals review our financial statements with GAAP standards, generally accepted accounting principles, and our financial statements have no material concerns with how we have presented them, right? And when I say financial statements, I'm talking about cash flow statements, P&L, balance sheets, right? Like all of these types of things that they present, especially if it's a publicly traded company, things that they present out to the public. So an audit or assurance CPA will perform these financial statement audits, do a report so that they can be able to say, we have a high level of confidence in the financial statements of this entity not having any material problems, right? Now, sometimes they do find problems, right? And then they have to report that, right? But most of the time, it's to certify, yeah, we don't think they're committing fraud. We don't think they're doing anything shady. We don't think they're just idiots and don't know how to put together financial statements. We've reviewed these and we believe that they meet, according to GAAP principles, no material problems with how they have stated their financials, right? And then that gives the marketplace, investors, people who donate, if it's nonprofit, whatever, it gives them confidence in the viability of the organization that they are entering in, right? And so a lot of what an audit CPA is doing is reviewing financial statements, reviewing transactions, asking for support material, which could be like bank account statements, transaction histories, any type of material that supports the things that they're looking into, and comparing those things, looking for any red flags or discrepancies. They have a whole review process that they go through. If you work in an industry where there's a regulator and you've been through an audit, you're going to know the general process that this process takes. That is what an assurance or audit CPA does. I think it's interesting because most people in the world today think of CPAs as tax professionals, and many of them are, but there's a whole segment of them in the world that do not do taxes, and at least in my wife's opinion, know nothing about taxes, and instead they focus on auditing financial statements. So